Okay, I'd like to call tonight's meeting to order. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Lynn, would you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Sullivan?
Here.
Mr. Holchanski?
Here.
Mrs. Vanderwater?
Here.
Ms. Wozniak? Here. Mr. Tupper?
Here.
Mr. Dudzinski?
Here.
Ms. Saban?
Here. Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from the November 2nd meeting?
Moved.
Second.
Any comments, questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Lynn, any citizens' comments?
Buren?
Yep. Just one quickie. Warren White's from Sherwood Drive. I saw here we're appointing a temporary controller at an hourly rate of $70 an hour.
That's actually being tabled.
That's the table.
Yes,
Okay.
it will be tabled,
I'll
yes.
just let you know I'm not for it.
Okay,
It's about twice as much what it should be.
okay,
If you look at it. Okay, thanks.
all right.
Thank you. I agree with you.
Lynn, anybody else?
No.
Okay. All right. Moving on to number 1, can I get a motion to appoint April Herrick as a clerk 2 in the
I'll make the
codes
motion.
office effective November 21st at a rate of $23.49 an hour?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it. Oh, darn.
Any comments, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Just as a point of note, April did attend last night's meeting, part of last night's planning board meeting, just to get a overview of what goes on, so. Number 2, the appointment of comptroller is tabled. We will go into executive session to talk about that and union negotiations.
Should we still hold instead of tabled, or am I semantics? Okay.
Okay.
Strongly encourage it.
All right, moving on to number 3. Can I get a motion to approve the new COVID-19 policy as discussed during the work session with the modifications made?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any other comments or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, get a motion to approve or award the bid for the Counters Road culvert for the recommendation from Barton and LaJudas.
I'll second.
Jason, can you talk to this?
Sure. You all have a copy of the letter from Barton and Hughes. We had 6 bidders. The low 3 were relatively close to each other. Pretty good representation. They're a little higher than we anticipated. I think our engineer's estimate is about $583,000. And I think what it goes to is the uncertainty with the economy. They know they're not going to be able to do this work until next year with the lag time on the box culvert. So there's a lot of time where things can happen. So I think some of that's built into their prices. But I'll second the recommendation that we award to PAC-B excavation.
And BP has done a lot of culvert work here for the county.
Yeah, they had a state contract culvert replacement, like a term agreement to do that. So they've got a lot of experience with.
They listed a bunch of those on there that they did.
Yes.
Will you just say what the total was one more time?
64.
$647,010. And
Contingency.
And as always, the first bid we open is $1.1 million. And our jobs hit the floor, and we're like, here we go. And it's always the high bid you open first, always. I don't know what it is.
647, and the original estimate was 583.
I believe that was.
Approximately.
But that doesn't include Barton and LaJudas engineering design either. So the whole project right now is looking like it's going to come in at just over $700,000. which is about what we had projected.
Correct.
So,
I believe 350,000 of this will be coming from a grant from Assembly Green Valley, and the rest will be coming from ARPA funds.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
No choice.
Number 5, look to approve the contract for partnering with Judas to design the Lower Seneca Knolls stormwater system and for the supervisor to sign.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Jason, can you talk to that one?
Yes, so our drainage improvements for the Seneca Knolls is moving into the lower portion. We did the middle and upper portions over 12 years, I believe. So we're looking to get, spend some more of our funds down in the lower knolls, put in new closed drainage, asphalt tip-up gutters, and repave the roads down there. So all of our oldest drainage systems will be new again. B&L is projecting about 500 design hours, which is about 4 months of my time, sitting down and doing it solidly. So it's something I'm not comfortable doing in the timeline with the ARPA fund deadlines. But I do love doing drainage work. So I'm going to put the right caveat in there. But yeah, I'd like to you to approve the supervisor to sign this agreement so they can get started on it. We can get those residents down there and move drainage again.
Any other questions, comments? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Council committee reports. Howard, let's start with you tonight.
I have nothing to say.
Jenny?
Nothing to report, that is.
Okay.
Try me later.
I saw Van Buren Park has a flyer out of all these events that they're having in December for our little ones, and I highly recommend checking out their Facebook page or our website because they're really cute, and I think they're doing a great job at bringing some cute events during the holiday time to our little ones. And also, next week is Thanksgiving, so I hope that everybody has a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Mike?
Chris from Parks, Public Works, sent the email about they're steering the skid steer or storing the skid steer out at Harbor Heights. A couple of the residents weren't too happy about that. We have a Winterfest thing type plan. I'm not sure the dates and all that. And that's going to mean that we can't use, we meaning the neighborhood, can't use the pavilion for that particular event. Trying to get some more information about when the event is, and then I'll reach out to Chris and say, is there any way we can pull it out of there, put it in my driveway if you want to, I don't care. Just pull it out of there so we can use it, but I'll work on that. I just wanted to let Ron know about that too.
I'm sure Chris is gonna be easy to take care of.
Is there any reason why they can't go down at the highway?
I wasn't sure about
It's
that.
actually easier to have it up at Harbor Heights because it goes from Harbor Heights down to,
Too far away.
It snow blows over there, so they'd have to trailer every morning over there.
Oh, it's there to snow blow
Yeah.
Because they
I didn't know
Used to
that.
be at the
Okay.
softball park.
these sidewalks
yeah.
that go from Harbor Heights all the way down.
down, okay, so that's what that's for. It's not like it's being stored away for the winter.
No, it doesn't go to.
They use it,
but
yeah.
no,
Right,
that's what
okay,
it
I
is.
didn't understand that.
Okay, yeah, and I'll pass that along to the neighborhood then, just so everybody's aware. It sounded more to me like it was just being stored.
Oh, heavens,
No, they
Yeah.
they'll start
No,
the,
that's where they specifically, they run, that's why it used to be where it was, so they could just come out and run up the.
Okay.
up
So that's the most
sidewalk.
efficient place to
Yeah,
store.
that makes more sense. Okay, I'll share that with the neighborhood.
Don't leave the keys in your driveway.
I'll send you see Mike right now.
That's all, thank you.
okay. Wendy?
Nothing.
Darcy?
I don't have anything.
Brian?
Nothing.
Okay. Doug,
Nothing.
how'd the first day of ice
Very
melt?
good. Today was the first day we had to put some salt down. And usually the first time there's always something that goes wrong. We had nothing. Nothing went wrong. It was wonderful. It's cool stuff. So hopefully the rest of the winter goes like that and we get a nice light winter.
And when does no parking on the street start?
It's
Yesterday.
already
Yes, 2
started.
days ago.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it is in effect. So there is no parking on the streets from 2 to 6? 2 to 6. 2 to 6.
Per the highway superintendent.
Right. So please, and even if it's not 2 to 6, if you see us coming around, if you get your vehicle off the road, we can clear the roads much better. It's much safer, not trying to dodge you and hit somebody on the other side of the road, you know. Please just be as courteous as you can, and we'll get it taken care of as quick as we can.
Okay. I just have a couple of comments tonight. Number one, I'd like to congratulate Jenny on her election win. So a solid 4 years coming up on the board.
Thank you.
Okay. And second, just want to make an announcement that a couple of weeks ago, the Buildings and Grounds Department worked with a resident that's adjacent to Iona Corners Cemetery, and Mr. Argossi called to compliment the Buildings and Grounds staff on the work that they did. There were people going in and out of the cemetery, running over tombstones, headstones, whatever. And so there is now, there are 2 borders, whatever, piles, posts with a chain, so they can only go in a certain point for 2 cars to park, and then they have to get out and walk to get into the cemetery, so it's not destroyed. So Mr. Argossi brought that to Buildings and Grounds, and they took care of it, and he just wanted to compliment the staff for the work they did.
They not only did excellent work, and I was a facilities manager for 10 years before I was a plant manager, he knows what he's doing, he was very meticulous about everything. But the other thing I want to say too is I know those folks through the summer, and they promote goodwill through the community.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll pass that along to him.
I did, and Chris has responded back, thank you for somebody even, mentioning anything, so.
That's great.
Okay. That's all of mine. Jason,
I have no additional comments this evening.
meeting?
I have nothing for the board.
Okay, Lynn? Okay, get a motion to go out of regular session and into exec session for personnel matters?
Will action be taken afterwards?
No, I don't.
You just need to acknowledge whether or not you're going to come back and take any action. That's all.
Can we say maybe?
Yeah, that's fair. You don't know.
Maybe.
Okay.
Need to have the discussion to really know whether, I just wouldn't rule it out, but let's say maybe.
Maybe.
Make the motion.
And I would like to invite Greg Maxwell into that for the beginning part, so we can talk about the comptroller first, if everyone's okay with that.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. So Lynn